Found a nest up here. My hope is that it doesn't have babies in it, because I don't want to deal with that. All right, we are out here on the front porch today, trying to get these soffits done. So when we put these soffits on originally, we put them right to the bottom of the beam, and my thoughts were that we'll just run our tongue and groove on the inside and come over this and out, but that's not going to look good the more we think about it. So what I'm going to do is raise this soffit up. Our J channel will be on the, it'll hit the bottom of this beam, and that's where the soffit will sit. And then you'll see this beam and you'll see white soffit, and then we'll put our tongue and groove on the inside, and then you see the beam on the inside. So the only place you won't see this 6x6 beam is from the outside, but you'll see it on the front, and I think it'll look good that way. So we need to unscrew this soffit, and there's fascia board with the soffit panels, or the soffit boards, and raise it up 3/4 of an inch, and then we can re-secure it, and then we should be able to attach our J channel and then put the soffits on, and then we'll have a little bird box end over here, and then we'll have a little bird box end in the front as well, just kind of like we did the other gable end. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it goes just as I described and is nice and easy, but we'll get into it and find out, I guess. We're racing thunderstorms. I don't know if you can hear the thunder in the background. I think that one's to the south of us, southeast of us. And there's more storms coming in this afternoon, but hopefully we can get some progress done before that happens.
I will kill you, bug.
All right, where are they on here? Can you see the screws?
There's no screws on this side.
No?
No.
There's none on this side. Did I not screw that one in?
Don't look like it.
Huh. Cool.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, it makes it easier for right now. All right, you ready?
Yep. A little bit of breeze would be nice.
Sure would. Hopefully that storm's not coming this way. Although,
going that way.
if we got soaking wet, it might feel good for about 10 minutes until the humidity hits, and then we'd be
That's
dying.
What I said. A little breeze would be nice.
All right, so we got this raised up. You can see, where's my hand? You can see here, this is where our J channel will sit, and then it'll come back, sit on here, and it'll be flush with the bottom of this. And then the only issue we're gonna have to deal with is right here, but you'll see that when we get there and I figure out what I'm gonna do. All right, well, coming over to this side, found a nest up here. My hope is that it doesn't have babies in it, I don't want to deal with that. Does not. It just has 4 eggs. 4 little barn swallow eggs. I don't know if you can see them. They're bright blue eggs for the barn swallow. So luckily there's no chicks. So we would dispose of the eggs in the nest, and then we'll get this piece moved up. All right, so you can candle these eggs just like you would a regular chicken egg or whatever. You can see here, this one, my hand all the way. See how it's just a yolk? It means there's no baby or anything in that one.
It's a big yolk.
This one, same thing, just a big yolk. It's a bigger egg too. This one, so you see right here, there's what looks like a vein. So this one's starting to go. I don't know what the incubation period is on these eggs. I'll look it up and put it on the screen here. But that's the only one that has it. This one doesn't have it either. So I wonder how far along these are, but it's interesting. Okay, we got that one raised. I need to add more blocking, or the blocking's there. I need to add more screws, but I ran out of long screws for some reason. I thought I had a whole bunch of them, a whole bucket of long screws I just bought, but I guess I used them all. So I have to make a run to town, and it is sweltering out here. It's 90 something degrees. I've sweated through one shirt that I need to go change. So I think I'm gonna run to town and get that stuff that we need, and then we'll come back and maybe work on it this afternoon when it cools down. If it cools down. It hasn't been cooling down until 8:30, but if I can get back out here about 6, if it doesn't rain, I'll do that, work for a couple hours. But if it's raining, we'll have to pick this up in the morning. So we'll check back in a bit. All right, we got the screws that we needed. I put those in already. Back out here this morning. As you saw, we got some rain last night, which is much needed. We need a lot more than what we got, but something's better than nothing, I suppose. So I'm gonna work on putting this J trim up. Don't know how well. Let's see. So you can see here, it's gonna be flush with this. So it should look pretty good. I did pre-drill these holes to make it a little bit easier. I'm going to use screws instead of the brad nailer that I was using. So hopefully it goes a little bit smoother. As long as I can find my dang holes. There's one there. Oh, that didn't work. All right, I'm gonna add those other 2 screws and then start putting soffits on. Okay, so I added my trim in here. I added this piece of soffit that we left off. This is the J channel here we'd already added. I added a piece of fascia here that caps off the soffit from the house, and then I added a J channel that will receive the soffit for the porch. And then here, this will get covered with a fascia this way, and then you won't see any of this. And then what we'll do here is we'll put J channel up along here, upside down, that'll catch the wall panels. And then from here going up this way, we'll put our F and J, which will take that will catch the siding and the ceiling for the roof in here. So I got this piece cut down so this piece can slide into the 2 J channels, and then the rest of it will fit on. I did have to cut the soffit because we made our soffits for the porch a little bit smaller, just the way it worked with the roof line and everything else, and where it was coming down, we made them slightly smaller. So we'll go ahead and try to slide this in and see if it fits. It is brutally hot out here already. It's already in the 90s and it's like 10 o'clock. Look at that. That's what happens when you measure twice, like a glove. So we'll get this screwed in. And this here just be free floating, but it doesn't go up that much. It'll be fine. Oops. All right. So now I can work down. I got a piece and a half left for this side, and then we'll do the other side, and then I'm probably going to wait and do the front. Well, the sun doesn't go down until late in the day, so I don't know. It's brutally hot in the sun. That's why I switched this side of the ladder. So we'll see. I might just have to bite the bullet because it's got to get done. So we'll continue on with the soffits. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cut this next piece to fit. So the sides of the house, if you remember back, the gable ends, so the sides, came all the way out to the front of the fascia, and then across the front and the back ended here. I have to switch that on this porch, and it's gonna bother me a little bit, but there's really no other way to do it because of how this and where that slopes. So it's going to be opposite on this one. It'll still look fine. We'll have to do a little bird box, and you'll see that little bird box from the front, but you'll only see a tiny little corner of it. When I get it done, it'll probably make more sense later in this video. But if I do it the other way, it's going to look worse. It would match, but it's not going to look good. So I have to do it this way, and quite honestly, with how big this porch is, nobody's gonna see it anyway, except for all of you guys, because I'm gonna show close-ups. So I guess there'll be a lot more people that see it than people who don't see it. Anyway, I'll get this piece cut. We're gonna stop this one here, and then when we do the fronts, it'll make more sense. This side is done. It looks decent. It's good and flush here. I like it. We're thinking about, I guess, let us know below what you think. We're thinking about putting some lights in the soffits, which I guess it would have made more sense to try to cut them out before, but some recessed lights in here all the way around the house. Obviously this is in the future, but put some recessed lights in, and then we can turn them on at night. But let us know below if you guys think that's a good idea or if that's a terrible idea. All right, I went in and changed my shirt and grabbed a bite for lunch. Came back out, put this little piece of fascia up, and I already need to go change my shirt again. That's how hot it is out here, so I don't know how much longer I'm gonna work. I'm gonna try to get this soffit done. I sure would like to. I get this screwed in the rest of the way. There's a little bit of a breeze, but there's probably more in the back of the house. Alright, let's see if I can't make it 2 for 2 with this soffit. Look at that. Like a glove. And not OJ's glove. All right, 2 more pieces, and we'll be done with the sidewall. Okay, side soffits are done. I think I'm calling it. I'm pouring sweat. It's well over 100, I think, with the heat index. I think last I checked, an hour and a half ago, it was 98 or 99. So I think I'm gonna leave it here and then come out here in the morning, and then we can do the front, and then we got some trim channel to put up there, and we'll be well on our way to finish up the porch. So we'll see you guys in the morning. All right, we're back at it this morning. We got a nice breeze. It's like, I don't know, 12-mile-an-hour winds with 20-plus-mile-an-hour gusts, so it's cooled down a little bit. I think the high for today is only 85. But with the breeze, it definitely feels a lot nicer. It's better than 95 with stagnant air. So I got my J channel up. I don't know if it picks up on camera, but it's cut basically at the end of this beam here, and they'll have to run a piece out to the edge. That fascia board on the outside, but for now we can get this installed. All right, so the fascia, we're still waiting on that. It's not going very well with the company that we ordered the building from. We'll update it in the future once we get it all figured out, but they're not wanting to work with us on a mistake that they made as far as the metal and that. We've already purchased a second set of fascia, which is the charcoal, because they messed up on the first one and they said we signed the contract and that, so it's not going well. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for the fascia and stuff, we're gonna get this done, and then I'm gonna install that roof edge. And if you remember the last video we were doing, I think it was in the last video with the fascia on the porch, I said that it's easier to put your gutters on if you put your fascia on first and then your roof edge. So it's going to be a little bit harder to do the gutters because you'll have to squeeze it up in there, but it is what it is, so be it. We're not going to wait around and not work on the house. So and get this other soffit on that side, and then we can do the little bird box ends. All right, so I forgot to hit record when I was doing that, but you can see here the soffit's on the front. It's nice and high, looks pretty good. Just got to do these little bird box on the two ends, and then we'll be done with the soffits. All right, so I got the two bird boxes done. You can see there, try to zoom in, that side and that side. So it looks decent. It's a small little bird box, so you can't hardly tell. I mean, we're 15 feet away. The boss is here. How do you think it looks?
It looks really good. You don't even notice those.
Yeah, that was a plan. So they're small enough that hopefully they don't stand out too much, because they're opposite the way the ones on the end are. But it should do the trick. Once we get the fascia on there too, it'll all tie in. So yeah, a lot of little details on the porch here. But I think that's where we will leave this porch soffit video. Hopefully next video we have an answer on the fascia with a resolution, hopefully a good resolution, and then hopefully we can get working on that. But either way, like I said, I think I'm going to start on the roof edge metal next, and start putting that on, so that we can at least try to get some roof panels on, and be a little bit harder to do gutters in the future, but it is what it is. I don't want to wait around. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video.
Bye.